The containment facility hummed with the perpetual drone of energy barriers and life support systems. Deep within Sector 7, past the xenobiology labs and the quarantine zones, lay Cell 47 Omega. Every scientist, security officer, and maintenance drone gave it a wide berth. The creature inside had killed 17 guards during its capture, hospitalized 32 more, and had been classified as permanently hostile by the Galactic Coalition's Xenopsychology Division. They called him Subject X-47. His real name was William. He was not, technically speaking, a dragon. Dragons were mythological creatures from human folklore, extinct Earth legends of fire and wings. But when the first survey team encountered William's species on the scorched moon of Tethys 9, the human Marines had taken one look at the 15-foot-tall reptilian biped with obsidian scales, bioluminescent ridges, and plasma-generating organs, and the name stuck. The Coalition wanted to study him, understand the biological mechanisms that allowed his species to survive in temperatures exceeding 800 degrees Celsius, learn how they generated and controlled plasma without destroying their own cellular structure, weaponize it perhaps. They had tried negotiation first. William had responded by melting through 2 security doors and incinerating a research wing. Dr. Sarah Chen watched him through the observation window, her reflection ghostly against the triple-layered transparent aluminum. William paced his cell with mechanical precision, 7 steps to the north wall, pivot, 7 steps back. He had followed this pattern for 3 months, 14 days, and approximately 6 hours. His scales glowed a dull crimson, the color that her xenopsychology texts classified as sustained aggression. "He'll die before he cooperates," said Commander James, standing beside her. "The others of his kind we've encountered self-terminate when captured. We're lucky this one's stubborn." Sarah didn't feel lucky, she felt sick. "Perhaps we're asking the wrong questions," she murmured. "The question is simple, Doctor. How do we make him useful?" Sarah turned away from the window. "That's not a question, that's a value judgment." She left before the commander could respond. Maya was 4 years old, and she was not supposed to be in Sector 7. She was supposed to be in the residential quarters, in the small apartment she shared with her mother. But Mama had been called to an emergency in the medical bay, again, and had left Maya with Mrs. Patterson next door. Mrs. Patterson had fallen asleep watching her afternoon programs, and Maya had gotten curious about the long hallway that Mama always walked down when she went to work. The security doors opened for her. They opened for everyone in the residential sector. No one had anticipated a child wandering into the research levels. Maya walked past rooms full of blinking lights and strange smells. She saw creatures in tanks that looked like floating jellyfish made of light. She saw plants that moved when she got close. Everything was interesting, but nothing was quite right. She was looking for Mama, but she was also looking for something else, though she couldn't have said what. Then she felt it, a warmth that reminded her of the heating vents in winter, but alive, purposeful. She followed it to Cell 47 Omega. The door was closed, but there was a window. Maya had to stand on her tiptoes to see through it. Inside was the most beautiful creature she had ever seen. He was big, bigger than any person, and he glowed like the coals in the fireplace videos Mama sometimes played. His scales caught the light like Mama's black opal necklace, the one from Earth she kept in a special box. He was packing, and Maya thought he looked sad. She knocked on the window. William stopped mid-step. In 3 months, 14 days, and 6 hours, nothing had interrupted his packing. The scientists observed. The guards monitored, but no one interacted. He was a specimen, a problem to be solved. The knock came again, small, tentative. He turned toward the window. A human child stared back at him. Female, juvenile, with dark skin and hair pulled into 2 puffs on either side of her head. She wore a bright yellow shirt with some kind of cartoon character on it. She waved. William approached the window slowly. The child didn't flinch, didn't run. Her eyes, large and brown, held no fear, only curiosity. She pressed her small hand against the transparent aluminum. William, moving on instinct he didn't understand, placed his clawed hand opposite hers. His palm dwarfed her entire upper body. The child smiled. "Hi," she said, her voice muffled by the barrier. "Are you lonely?" William had not spoken since his capture. His species communicated through a combination of vocalizations and bioluminescent patterns, but he had studied human languages during the brief period before the coalition had decided he was too dangerous for cultural exchange. He activated his translator implant, the one they didn't know still functioned. "Yes," he said. His voice emerged as a deep rumble synthesized into English. The child's eyes widened. "You can talk." "I can." "What's your name?" "I'm Maya." "William." "That's a good name." Maya tilted her head. "Why are you in there?" Such a simple question, such an impossible answer. "Because I fought back," William said finally. "Did someone hurt you?" The directness of children, the uncomplicated truth-seeking. William felt something crack in his chest, some wall he had built over months of rage and isolation. "They took me from my home," he said, "from my family." Maya's face crumpled with sympathy. "That's sad. I miss my daddy too. He's on Earth. Mama says he couldn't come to the station." William lowered himself to the floor, sitting so his eyes were level with hers. "Where is your mother?" "She's a doctor. She helps people." Maya pressed both hands against the window now. "Are you sick? Does it hurt?" "Not physically." "What does that mean?" "It means my body is fine, but my heart is not." Maya nodded solemnly, as if she understood perfectly. Perhaps she did. "My mama says when we're sad, we need hugs and people who love us." She paused. "Do you have people who love you?" I do. They are very far away." "On your home planet?" "Yes." "Are they worried about you?" William's bioluminescent ridges flickered, a pattern of grief his species used in mourning. "I hope they have performed the rites. I hope they believe me dead rather than captured. It would be kinder." Maya was quiet for a moment. Then, "I don't think you should be in there." "Neither do I, small one." "Can I visit you, so you're not lonely?" Every protocol, every regulation, every security measure said no. But William looked at this tiny human child who had done what trained soldiers and experienced scientists could not. She had seen him as a person. "I would like that very much, Maya." Dr. Sarah Chen found her daughter 40 minutes later, sitting on the floor outside cell 47 Omega, talking animatedly to subject X-47, who sat on the opposite side of the barrier in a mirror position. Sarah's heart stopped. "Maya," she rushed forward, prepared to grab her daughter and run. William moved faster than thought, positioning himself protectively at the window despite the barrier between them. Then he seemed to recognize the threat assessment was wrong. He straightened, his ridges shifting to a calmer blue. "Mama," Maya jumped up. "This is William, he's my friend." "Baby, get away from there. That's dangerous." "No, he's not," Maya's face said in stubborn lines Sarah knew all too well. "He's nice. He's just sad because people took him from his family, like how I'm sad I don't see Daddy." Sarah looked from her daughter to the creature that had been classified as irredeemably hostile. William met her gaze steadily. "Your daughter has a kind heart," he said, his synthesized voice gentle. "She is safe with me. I give you my word for what the word of a prisoner is worth." Sarah made a decision that would change everything. She sat down beside Maya. "Tell me about your home, William," she said. 3 months later, the Galactic Coalition received a formal complaint from Dr. Sarah Chen on behalf of William, last surviving member of the Tethys 9 diplomatic delegation. It detailed violations of 17 different interstellar laws regarding sentient being rights, unlawful detention, and cultural genocide. It was accompanied by 72 hours of footage showing Subject X-47, William, teaching a small human girl about plasma physics, telling her stories of his homeworld, and protecting her when she fell asleep against the barrier that separated them. The footage showed a daughter visiting her adopted father. The coalition had no choice but to respond. William was released with full reparations. The survey that had discovered Tethys 9 was revealed to have ignored all first contact protocols. 17 other imprisoned members of William's species were located and freed. On the day of William's departure, Maya cried. William's ridges flickered through every color of sorrow. "Will I see you again?" she asked. William knelt as close as the barrier had ever allowed. "Yes, small one, I promise. Your people and mine, we will talk now, really talk. And when we do, I will tell them of the brave little human who taught me that kindness exists even in the darkest places." "I love you, Dad," Maya whispered. William's ridges blazed gold, pure joy in his species' language. "And I love you, my daughter of another son." The barrier came down. For the first time, William held Maya in his arms, careful of his claws, mindful of his heat. Sarah watched, tears streaming as her daughter hugged a dragon. No one had approached the enraged dragon's cell until a little human girl called him Dad. And in doing so, she had bridged two worlds.